Hey, how's it going, guys? I got some precious metals to show you. I got some new gold. I love my silver. Silver will always be my staple collection slash investment slash way to save money. But I have taken a pretty big interest in gold as well. I just, can't afford to get as much, that's all. But I do want to build my collection a little bit, and this is a really great way for a smaller investor like myself, and probably a lot of you guys watching, to get into gold, and that is to buy smaller increments. Just remember, like pretty much anything in this world, the less you buy, the higher the premium is going to be. In other words, if you buy, a 1 ounce gold round, it's going to be a little bit cheaper, I guess, per gram than if you were to buy them by the gram size, which you're looking at right here. But not everyone can fork over, $1,200 or $1,300 at a time for a gold investment. So, like I said, this is good for probably the average person to get into collecting. And when you fork over a little bit here and there, or take a little bit out of your paycheck, maybe 5 or 10%, each month, whatever you get paid, and invest it into gold or silver, or both, or any kind of precious metal, you'll see your collection grow over the years. So it's a really good way to start off. Now what you're looking at here, again, on the right-hand side is a 1 gram round, and I'll get it close in detail in a second here. But on the left here is their newer 1/10 troy ounce round, which is pretty cool. And if you don't know, there's about, I think there's 31.3 grams in each troy ounce. So basically, the 1/10 ounce is about 3 grams. Okay, so this round here on the left is about 3 of these put together on the right. So again, these are from Monarch Precious Metals. This is currently all the gold that they sell. Hopefully in the future they'll have different increments and different kinds of gold as well. But for now they have just like I said, the 1 gram round and then the 1/10 troy ounce round. So really cool. The gram costs $46.18. Very good entry price into investing in gold. A gram is about the smallest you're going to want to ever buy gold. If you look online, you can find them by the grain, but that's really just wasting your time. It's just my opinion. It's more of a novelty than anything else, because you'd have to buy so many different, or X amount of grains just to get to a gram, and then from there, 31 of those to get to an ounce. Just my opinion, I think the gram is about the smallest you want to go. Some people will say, don't even waste your time with a gram, save your money, buy a bigger, maybe the 1/10 ounce, or, maybe a 1/4 ounce, or half ounce, or whatever. Like I said, not everyone can afford it at one given time, but that's totally up to you. I think having any gold at any time is better than nothing. But anyway, I do have a ruler here to show you the size comparison. These are pretty small. You can see next to my hand here. It's a very small round. I have some U.S. currency here just to give you a size comparison. First, here's the U.S. quarter. Okay, leave that there. Then we have the nickel, and of course, penny. And then the dime. Alright, just to give you a size comparison here, let's say in order. They go like this. Hopefully that's all in frame, and it's not, so let me move this over. You can see they all get just progressively smaller as you go along. But again, just to give you a little size reference here, so some people might think, it's going to be larger when it comes in the mail. They might be, disappointed that it's small. But it's actual weight, that's just what it is. But anyway, to give you the best example, if you're home watching this video, you probably have a dime if you live in the U.S. The 1/10 troy ounce round is just a hair smaller than the dime, and it's probably half as thick. Okay, to give you just an example there. Okay, so you have something at home you can look at and go, okay, it's going to be about this size and about half as thick. So anyway, let's get this stuff out of the way, and let me give you some close-up shots of this. Okay, again, here's the 1/10 ounce round. First, let me show you the one side. I don't know what's considered the back and what's the front, but here's one side, Monarch Precious Metals and their logo, which is pretty cool. It's a crown, but obviously you can see the MPM in it. And what's good about this is that Monarch is becoming a pretty well-known company now, and it's easily recognizable, and I think their popularity is growing. So it's a real easy coin, or round rather, to sell in the future. As being a little bit more recognizable. I think your best bet as far as worldwide is an actual coin, but as far as rounds go, Monarch is, like I said, it's definitely growing in fame. So a lot of people are starting to see the name a lot more. And here's the other side here. You have a picture of like a crane or a blue heron or something. Pretty cool. And on the top, clearly marked 1/10 troy ounce, and then the bottom, 999 fine gold. Let's take a look at that gram round. Here's the one side here. Let's see, with the crown and monarch precious metals. And then on the reverse, even though it's so small, you have a very detailed motif of a ship, which is pretty cool. And again, marked on top 1 gram, and on the bottom 999 fine gold. So again, just really cool items to pick up to start investing in gold. Small increments, you know, if that's all you can afford, that's all you can afford. You know, it's easier said than done to say, all right, well, I'll just put aside $1,200 and I'll buy an ounce of gold. And a lot of people are able to do that, but like I said, there's a lot of people who just can't. You know, like myself, I really want to, but it's very hard for me to put aside that kind of money. I am working on trying to save up little by little, so eventually I can get a larger you know, investment. And when I do, eventually I'll make a video on it. But with so many hobbies that I have, and you know, my bills and my actual responsibilities, just it makes it very hard for me to do that. So this is a great way to start collecting little at a time. So I'm also going to give you some information. Hopefully you guys get this video soon, because Monarch Precious Metals has some coupon codes. And by the way, they do have their own page here on YouTube. I strongly suggest you go over there and subscribe, because I mean, if you're into precious metals, they always put up videos of discount codes over time. Okay, so you know, I'll put their link in the description box of their YouTube page as well, so you can always catch those discounts when they have them. But anyway, these discounts are, let's see, the first one, or actually there's 3 discount codes, and I'll repeat this at the end. I'll show you in text. But they're all good until May 31st, so we don't have a whole lot of time. But again, they'll have more discount codes in the future. But you get $2 off your purchase of $50 or more with the coupon code MAY2. That's MAY2. Then you get $5 off your purchase of $120 or more with the code MAY5. That's MAY5. And lastly, $15 off your purchase of $345 or more, and that discount code is May15. So I think that's really cool, because it is a decent amount of discount off of a smaller order. It's not like, you know, $5 off a $1,000 order. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people will spend at least $50 or possibly $120 or more. So getting $2 off or $5 off really helps with the shipping cost. So I think that's really great. Prices on these right now: the 1 gram round is selling for $46.18, which is great. I think that's in everybody's realm. You know, if you're able to buy a $50 knife, you can buy, you know, 1 gram of gold. And then if you're interested in the 1/10 ounce troy ounce gold round, those are selling for $135.81. And again, this is you know, roughly 3 grams. So again, the more you buy in bulk, like I said, with pretty much everything on our planet, if you buy in bulk, you're going to get a better price than if you're buying in smaller quantities. But anyway, just wanted to show you that. Again, new precious metal video for anyone who's interested in this kind of stuff. I really appreciate the support in these type of videos, because I think it's a really cool hobby, and more so a very good investment. You know, precious metals in general. For me, like I said, the main purpose of me investing in precious metals is really just a forced way to save money, but at the same time it is an investment, and altogether it's just a fun hobby. So anyway, there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, I thank you for watching, and I appreciate your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, guys.